so you didn't feel apart from them. You just felt like, you were part of that family. And those church members would really see about us, watch over us, take care, bring us goodies, and all that. Yeah, I'd intended to be here exactly when it started, but I got held up. But anyway, I think she saw me. And as a custom, the prayer was, we were doing the prayer, morning prayer had been said, and after the prayer we would always chant the Lord's Prayer. Heads were still bowed. And so after the prayer was said and getting ready to do the chant, and I looked over and I saw this man who was sitting next to my mother on the pew that was next, adjacent to the organ. And he got up and stood on the pew and he said, "I'm taking over here this morning." And he started, to shoot. And of course people were then getting panicky and they were hollering and moving. And some of them were going out this back door, among whom was one of the deacons. And as he got to that door, this Marcus Chenault shot him. And then he started turning around and he shot my mother. And the only reason I knew she was shot because I saw her place her hand on her cheek and jaw. And then I understand, he shot her again. Then he pushed over the organ. It was a Hammond organ. He pushed that organ over on her. Then he moved toward the pulpit area and he was on his way up to the choir. The choir was behind the pulpit and his gun, the shots, they gave out. But I didn't realize at the time, and people were just panicking. They were hollering, moving, and somebody said, get down, but I was looking for my mother to see what was going on, but they eventually pushed me down. And, subsequently after that, they got the organ off of her, and by that time the ambulance was here. My husband, he was one of those that pulled the organ off of her. It was this like a Hammond organ. It wasn't one that was, nailed down. And he knocked that organ over on mother.
Pouring in this morning in Atlanta, an incredibly emotional scene inside of the Reverend Martin Luther King's old church. That was just after 11 o'clock last night when CNN and others called the race. About 2,000 people were packed inside of Ebenezer Baptist Church. King's surviving children, Martin and Bernice, were there, and so was his only remaining sibling, Christine Farris. Another 1,000 people gathered outside of the church.
And so you didn't feel apart from them. You just felt like, you were part of that family. And those church members would really see about us, watch over us, take care, bring us goodies.
This was Giant Sit, Deacon Marvin Brinson. When I started, this was the nursery. That was the Alfred Daniel Chapel, the AD Chapel. This was the pastor's office, Joe's office. This was a Giant Sit, Deacon Marvin Brinson. Go. Yo, this what the Giant said. Deacon Marvin Brinson. Go. Class. Let's sit in the seat. The educator of the heritage. Look at here. John Parker. Alfred Daniel Williams. Mikey Sr. Then Joe. Shout out to the Coast. Mikey Jr. Alfred Daniel. Otis III. Never get to appreciate this one, right? I'll be back. All right? Oh. You good, champion? What you need? Oh, okay. Get you some. Walk out through the block.
of you in my own personal way, young, old, children, young people, brothers and sisters in Christ. And I want to welcome Miss Edythe who is very special and dear to me, and who is very dear to me. This is the day that the Lord has made. Amen. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah. All right. I would like to just welcome each and every one of you in the spirit of my beloved Boaz, the Reverend A.D. Williams King. He was a champion in his own right. Amen. He loved children, young people, humanity, and he gave his life for all of us, because God gave him life to serve in that, and he gave so that we all might enjoy life abundantly. Let me just thank each one of you for your very special support that you give just to see to him and his memory. So that if there is any truth in the saying that the dead knows the ways of the living, then Reverend A.D. King is very proud. He's looking down upon you with love and graciousness in his heart. So in his death and for his saying, thank you so much for all of your support. God bless you, and I love you.
Hawaii to Atlanta, I live in Hawaii, spokesperson for the King Foundation, and that's how I ended up here, because somebody called the King Center and said, "Look, somebody to go talk to our kids," and so I'm here, kid for the day. Love kids, love what y'all do. 5 years old, I was living with my grandmother in one bedroom, I was living in the projects in New York, watching Richie Rich. If you guys remember that cartoon, still trying to make the dream happen. Still trying to make the dream happen. So, proud to be here with you guys and partying and impacting the lives of someone.
Okay, thank you for coming. Let's see what fantastic on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Fantastic. Yeah, he wanted all people to live together, really good, and play together. Okay, what's your name? Walter. Hey, Walter. What can you tell me about Dr. King? He did want everyone to pray together. Okay, and you got something, what do you know about Dr. King?
He wanted white people and brown people to play together.
He wanted everybody to play together. Well, this is really cool, this book, because this book is about Dr. King, but it's written by a really... My sister Yolanda, who we all call Y.O.K.I, and I wanted to go to Funtown more than anything. Funtown is a playground. How many people like to go to the playground? Me! So when everybody was going to the I Have a Dream speech, they wanted to go to the playground. Well, kids, you know, then they're still violent because they can hurt people, and you should never want to hurt people. Y'all, I heard y'all sing the love song. How does the love song go? Who can sing the love song? Who can tell me a part of the love song? Can you tell me a part of the love song?
Yeah.
Tell me a part of the love song. Who can tell me the love song? This, okay. Skin-a-ma-rinky dinky dink, skin-a-ma-rinky do. What's the next part?
Love you.
Wow. And that's what Dr. King said. He said that you should love everybody, and you should be nice to everybody, and you should not play with guns or bad stuff, so that you can be good and love everybody.
I don't have a wheel one. I don't have a wheel.
Our bonfire couldn't fix everything, but some things were getting better, like the law that kept black and white people from hanging out and going to the same school. When I was in the 3rd grade, everybody got to go to school together. I didn't want to be the new kid who had to sit alone. YOKI felt the same way. He didn't want to go. They had gone to a school by themselves and then they got to go to school with everybody and they just could hear Dr. King and fun stuff and fun songs. And that's the book, My Daddy, Dr. King.
3, 2, 1, our story is done. Yay!
Anybody have questions about Dr. King?
Raise the silent 5 if you have a question, comment, or connection for Mr. KJ. Up.
Yep. Who wants to go first? You want to go first?
Quickly. JL.
We'll let the girls go first?
Hold on to that book.
Okay, what's your question? I didn't hear you. You want to tell me what you want to do when you grow up? Okay, what do you want to do when you grow up? A ballerina. So you're going to dance pretty and do ballerina dance? Can you send me a ticket so I can come? You promise? Okay. All right. Okay, lucky me. And do you have a question or do you want to tell me what you want to do when you grow up? Take some magic.
Who is it? Zoe?
Zoe?
Okay. Zoe?
Do you have a question or what's your question, Zoe? You want to be a horsey? Okay. You have a question? Damari, what's your question?
I want to be a fire truck man.
You want to be a fire truck man? Okay.
Don't yell out. You're doing a fantastic
Hold on, we're going to get to the girls first, yes?
Inaya.
I want to be a doctor.
All right.
Aaliyah. And
You are already a princess.
Be Dr. Logan.
Good job.
All right, we're going to take a couple more. Okay, go ahead, Ayana.
Yeah.
You want to be a mommy when you grow up? All right, let me have 2 more friends share. And then maybe you can talk to Mr. KJ when we go to our centers, okay? You can tell him he's not going to leave right away. You can still tell him what you want to be when you grow up, okay? Walter.
It's a last girl.
A doctor. And my last friend to share. Ooh, Ellington, thank you for having a big bubble. Walter.
Okay,
a superhero.
and wait, because
and Samaya.
I'll be a cat.
You want to be a cat when you grow up? All right.
And then you raised your hand.
Jewel.
I want to be a fisherman. The fish weather.
A fisherman. All right. Friends, raise a silent vibe and tell me what cheer you want to give Mr. KJ for reading to us and for sharing with us. Kaylee, thank you for raising a silent vibe. What do you want to do? What cheer should we give him?
Batman.
Let's give him a Batman and say Mr. KJ at the end, okay? Tayon, get your body safe. All right, get your engines ready. Engines ready. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Let me see what leader I have. What should we say?
Wow.
Say thank you, Mr. KJ. You want to take a picture with us?
Can I take a picture with y'all?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Let me.
He's given programs in the district, and if you have anything to offer, we're willing to listen and learn.
Sure. Tell you that you can't do all the stuff that's inside of you that you want to do. And what Dr. King is doing is he's pushed through out of that. He stepped outside of everyone who ever told you that you might not be able to do what you want to do, or anyone who's ever blocked any one of your dreams. And he stood outside of that in symbolism, symbolic of the fact that you can do anything that you want to do as long as you keep your eyes focused, like his eyes are focused, and you step in front of him. Okay?
That's good. That's good. So, ladies and gents.
A.D. King, right? Now, do y'all know that the adults didn't do anything in the civil rights era? Has anybody ever told y'all that? Do y'all know that it was kids and teenagers and college students who really ran the civil rights movement? Oh, wait, that's fine. We can talk about that. Listen, the adults were stuck at work doing nothing. It was y'all who filled up, like when y'all see marches, right? Those marches were filled up with teenagers. Those marches were filled up with college students and with high school students, okay? And what happened was, you know how, like, y'all are here for the getting ready for the DCAS, right? Okay. That test. Y'all are here waiting for a test, right? Or preparing for a test. And so, in order for the test, you've got to come to a class, and the class teaches you all the stuff that you need to have in order to be ready for the test. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Great. So what happened was, even though Martin and Dr. King used to stand up, and everybody knew him because he took pictures, his little brother A.D. Was the one who actually went to schools. He went to churches. He went to community centers. And he would spend all of his time training y'all. He spent time talking to kids. He spent time talking to teenagers. I like to call y'all young adults. I like to, because when I look at you, I don't see kids, right? When I look at you, I see the achievers and the leaders of tomorrow. Who's an achiever in the room? Who's a leader in the room? When do you start leading? When? Now, right? Right? And so when I look at you, that's what I see. I see leaders. You know, and when I look at you, I get the coolest position in the room. Because from here, I can see inside of each and every one of your eyes. I can see who's probably the clown, right? I can see who's probably the genius. I can see who's smart. And I see a lot of leadership. And so I got a little bit of time with y'all, and my goal here is to inspire you. My goal is to get you to see how much I believe in you. Now here's the big problem I have with a lot of the schools that I go to. Are you ready? Can y'all help me with this? Sometimes I see more greatness. Who's got greatness in them? Okay, all right. I'm in the right class. Y'all sure? Okay. Sometimes I see more greatness in people. So, listen, watch this. If I say ears, then here's the response. I'm going to say ears. If you're listening to me and your ears are open, I want you to say open. Open. Ears. Open. Ears. Open. Ears. Open. I'm going to walk around the room. I might be in different places. And y'all got pretty eyes. And I want to look into your eyeballs. So I might be over here, and I'll say eyeballs. And I want you to look at me and say snap. Eyeballs. Snap. Eyeballs. Snap. Ears. Open. Ears. Open. Eyeballs. Snap. Later. Who's willing to do that? All right, y'all gotta go. Y'all got class. Yes.
Did you know instead of getting like a 3-point and something on the GPA, you get like a 4.5?
Good job. Is there an eraser for this board, or am I using my hand?
It's right there.
Where? Oh, okay.
It's in a cup.
So I'm gonna give you a formula. Oh, this is bad. This is like real good.
Use that one. Use this one.
All right.
That one.
Which one?
That one on the.
Oh, fancy. Not fancy. So, they said that I'm supposed to tell you how to be successful. What is success?
Somebody tell me what success is. What is success?
Success is when you're better than somebody possible.
Okay, who's up? Who else? That's a good answer.
I say success is so you can do what you gotta do so you can graduate.
Okay, good answer. Success.
To meet your goals.
To meet your goals. Good answer. Success. Success. Happiness. Success. I'm doing this for a reason. Success.
Being able to take care of yourself and your family.
Great. Success.
Being happy.
Another student. Success.
Achieving the level of goals so you can make a new one.
She's smart. I know. She just gave me chills. Success. Anyone? Success. Okay, here's the definition. My definition. Are you ready? Success, and it's not my definition. I took it from some old guy named Earl Nightingale. Hey, old guys are good. They live longer than you have, right? They're one of those other people. He said success is the slow progression of a worthy ideal. To make that simple for you. I've talked to Miss Renix a little bit as we've been planning to come here. Guess what I can tell you about her? She cares about y'all. Okay? So success is the school teacher who wants to teach because they want to impact your lives. Because they see all that you can become and they want to pour into you. Success is the mom who's a great mom because she wants to be a mom. Success is whatever worthy ideal. Who's got a dream? I believe that you can accomplish that dream. Success is accomplishing your dreams, right? And so how do you do that? The first thing you have to do is you got to have the D. The D is for desire. Get this formula, right? The D is for desire. Somebody help me. Antonio, come here. Come on, hurry up, fast. We got like 5 minutes. Come on, you guys gotta hurry up. So there's this guy, right, named Antonio. And Antonio says there's this guru, right? And Antonio says he wants to be rich. Tony, you want to be rich one day? Tony's like, yeah. Tony ain't real serious. Bye, Antonio. Somebody help me. Who wants to be rich? Who's going to be successful? Who's got the biggest dream in the room? The biggest dreamer, get up here real fast, right now. Hurry up, biggest dreamer. CP. You got to move fast. All right, so there was this young lady. And the young lady said, I want to be great. I want to be rich. I want to be successful. I want high achievement. And they found this guru and they said, listen, they said, I hear you're the success guy. Okay, and you want to be successful. Then do me a favor. I'm going to have a special class at 4 a.m. at the beach. Can you meet me there?
Yes.
Okay, I need you to be dressed for success. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, so y'all, this is the beach. It's 4 in the morning. Y'all see it? Yeah. Okay, now, come on. We're going to go. You ready?
Yes.
All right, now we're going to be successful.
Yes.
All right, let's start walking. We're walking in the ocean. Y'all see us? The water is up to her knees now. She's like, I thought that we was going to be successful. This is nuts. You got me walking in this water. You want to go back or you want to be successful? You sure? Okay, come on. Water's up to her waist now. No? You like, this feels weird, right? Okay, you want to go back? You sure? All right, come on, let's keep going. So the water, I want you to get it, because I want you to see the type of desire you gotta have. I want to drive this point home. So the water's up to her face. She can't go any further. You ready? I'm gonna drown her. All ready? Huh? No. Well, yeah. We'll talk about that. Come on, you ready? Drown. She's drowning. Okay, come on. You ready? Get some air. Oh. She's drowning. Oh, come on. You ready? Here we go. Oh, she's drowning. Okay, come on. Are you ready? All right. Now, tell the class. When you were underwater, what did you want more than anything else? I heard it. What did you want more than anything else? Have a seat.
She said to me.
He for those of you that are taking notes. And there's OPE. PE is personal experience. One way to learn how to do something right is to do it wrong. The key is not to stay there. Anybody ever see a baby?
Yes.
Everybody was a baby at some point, right?
Yes.
Do you ever see the baby trying to learn how to walk?
Yes.
And the baby try and they fall?
Yes.
And they try and they fall?
Yes.
And they try and they fall?
Yes.
And then they do 2 steps? They fall? Then they do 3 steps and they fall? Right? And eventually they're walking. Eventually they're running. Anybody ever try to ride a bike? Did you fall?
Yes.
For those of you that fell, did you learn how to, did you keep trying?
No. Yes. No.
After you fell, you got training wheels? Right? Who had training wheels? I had training wheels. My training wheels had training wheels. Right? Ears.
Open.
Eyeballs.
Snap.
Listen, you do not have to take this serious. There are some people next to you, and guess what, I'm going to tell you the truth. Everybody in your class might not end up in college. Everybody in your class might not end up financially free. Everybody in your class might not take school serious. But think about it. Look at the person sitting next to you real good in the eyes. Do you want them to determine where you get the shot 3 years from now?
No.
Do you want them to determine what you drive?
No.
Do you want them to determine what you eat?
No.
What kind of car, what kind of house you got?
No.
Why do you let them determine how serious you take school? Because how serious you take the information that you get inside of this classroom is what's going to determine all the stuff that you said mattered, right?
Yeah.
So the first way is personal experience. It makes sense, right? I'm on the bike and I fall and then I get back up, and if I keep trying over and over and over, who learned how to walk? Anybody in the room still crawling? Anybody still crawling? Still? You still crawling? Okay. All right. Now listen, everybody rode the bike. Anybody still got training wheels? They said you was a genius in the class, right? That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Anybody still got training wheels? Okay. So let's look at it. So we're talking about personal experience. We're talking about if you do, one way to learn how to do it right is to do it wrong. So you tried to walk, you fell, you got up, you fell, you got up, you fell. Who in this room can run around the gym? Now you've mastered walking, right? Tried to ride a bike, had training wheels, you fell, right? You learned. So you can learn from personal experience, right? The next one is other. You know how people doubt you? You're like, man, I can get it done. And they're like, you can't do that. You're like, well, look, you know what happens? Anybody ever seen the word impossible?
Yeah.
Anybody ever say you that's impossible?
Yeah.
Would y'all let me to help y'all with this word?
Yeah.
You know what they tell you when they say it's impossible?
Yeah.
Here's what you say. What's this word?
Possible.
It might not be possible for you, but it's possible for me. Y'all get that? I mean, look, ears.
Open.
We're joking, but a lot of this stuff is serious. Did y'all get that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just because they couldn't do it don't mean that you can't do it. Guess what they did? Give up. Remember we talked about the baby that learned how to walk? How would you feel if it was somebody in your 6th grade class and they were still crawling? And you asked them, and you was like, why you still crawling? And they was like, man, I just gave up on that walking thing. You just look at them like, I gotta get away from you, that might be contagious. Right? I want you to feel that way about people that have given up on their dreams and try to hit on yours. Did you get that?
I want you, when they tell you that's impossible, you be like, oh, thank you. I'm possible. Yeah, you're right. I am going to get that done. You got to believe that you can do it. Right? Then you got to times it by something. You got to times it by the S. The S is for skill. A lot of people have talent, but they don't have skill. It's okay. How many people are good at something? Don't be happy, because good is in the way of your great. A lot of people get good at it, and they say, oh, I don't need to worry about it, I'm good at it. Who told me they were good at English? Somebody told me they had a... Y'all know who that was? Y'all know somebody told me I got a 3 point something, but you ain't got a 4.0 yet. So it's great to be proud. It's great to celebrate my 3 point, but I ain't got a 4 yet. So I ain't done. I'm good, but I'm still working on great. What's the difference between skill, talent, and skill? Hours and hours and hours and hours of practice. There was a guy named Jesse Owens. Y'all ever heard of him?
Yes.
Really fast guy. Guess what? Jesse Owens wanted to run track.
No,
couldn't run track.
Kids, the three of us. It's gonna be the trio.
I mean, 1, 2, 3. I mean, my name is Xavier Cole, and I love to do it. And I had fun yesterday. I learned something new. I can't tell you. Actually, I can. Wait. What I learned new was that Jesus. Wait, no, because I have to remember now that Jesus he did. He made water from a rock, and that God always got your back. Like, as long as you love Him and you do you, He got your back. I mean, who next? 'Cause let's go jump in.
My name is Trishelle and I'm 16, and yesterday I had fun experiencing different stories from the Bible about Jesus and learning how to be myself with Jesus on my side. There you go.
Mr. Suave.
Yes.
Tell us about your Jesus.
My name is Anthony, 14, and I learned that Jesus there for you through a hard time, so don't lose hope. Jesus loves us all.
My name is Ryan, I'm 14, and I learned that if Jesus told you to do something, you should do it because He's going to rock out with you throughout the way.
Yeah, right. Jesus is my Santa. If you don't know, this is modern day praise. I love Jesus, baby.
All right. I'm Nakai. I had fun yesterday. I'm 16. KJ is a crazy individual. Yesterday I learned that the Lord is going to always be on your side. He got your back through everything. You should trust in Him, put everything, for Him, what was I going to say? Give everything to Him. He always got your back. No matter what, I can't even,
About Jesus, because you know all about Jesus, Robin. Like, hold it down. You can make it personal. Don't tell them about the corporate Jesus. Tell them about your Jesus.
Okay. My name is Robin. I'm 16, and I love Jesus. And we learned yesterday that you add your own salt to the earth and the world, and that you bring your own flavor, and that you as an individual, you make a difference on the world, and you impact the world in your own way. You feel me? So it's like Jesus is always going to be there for you and have your back, so you should always trust in him as you grow and get older, because you're going to make an impact on the world with him by your side. And without him by your side, you're going to do something, but with him by your side, you're going to make a bigger difference.
Man. You know, Dana, I'm really not hearing about you being camera shy, because you know too much about Christ to not share what you know. And there's some young lady, some little cutie pie somewhere that's gonna watch this and she gonna be bashful. And you know what? When you decide to share what you know about the Lord, you're gonna motivate her to share what she knows about the Lord. And so go ahead and pay it forward, girl. Just go and pay it forward. And if you don't tell folks about the Lord, then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just go ahead and do all your bloopers. We just gonna do all your bloopers at the beginning, so you might as well just make it easy and tell them what you know about the Lord.
At the beginning, they're gonna see you.
Watch it. Jesus can save you. You know where he can save you from right now? You being all over the blooper reel.
Come on. All right, you better do it. You better do that.
For Jesus.
She had to figure out what she was going to say.
I'm nervous. Okay. I'm Dana, I'm 16, and I learned yesterday that God is always on your side no matter what. No matter if you sin or not, he can save you from it. And yeah, God is great. Yeah.
God is great.
God is great. I am the voice.
I am the voice.
I am a leader.
I am a leader.
I create and not destroy.
I create and not destroy.
I am a force for good.
I am a force for good.
I am a leader.
I am a leader.
I defy the odds.
I defy the odds.
I set a new standard.
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 I am a leader.
I am a leader.
I've got an idea.
An idea.
I want to tell you about my idea.
I got a business idea.
I want to build a comfort box.
I make video games.
Train athletes and performing artists.
Sell soul food. Start a thrift store.
This is gonna change the world.
I want to start something. Start something.
Change the city.
I want to start a business.
Something fresh. Something different. Something new.
Something revolutionary. I want to start something brilliant.
My name is Trey Mella Anderson. This company is for my Rich Kids, Smart Kids project.
I don't want to just be handed something.
I don't want to be a pawn at someone's game.
I want to create a business
to show people their potential.
I want to be the king.
All I'm asking
is for you to come with me.
It's for you to come with me.
I just need some help.
My name is Deshaun Wilson.
Michelle.
James Barrett.
Deja Pope.
Elijah Shada.
Kobe McCurdy.
Kendrick.
Jalea.
Diashi.
Sonia.
Brianna White.
I just want you to come with me.
Come with me. Come on.
I got expelled from Center for Creative Arts for possession and distribution of a controlled substance. And I went through a whole reformation period when I was in alternative school. Then
This company was a chocolate company.
To provide a cultural experience through the medium of taste and sight.
And it it had different flavors from all over the world and different cool packaging.
With my candy bar, go to a window to the world.
And so we decided to try and make an offer to be an investor in D'Angelo's company.
I got to be kind of his advisor.
Like Mr. West, he said that we would have a negotiator.
To help him negotiate the terms with the investors.
Originally, they asked for 25% of my company for $2,500.
We kind of talked, we want to play hardball, and I kind of want to be his advisor.
Yeah, Mr. Allen, he was like, no, that's whack.
And so I kind of told him something, he told me back.
He said, no, like drop it to 10% for $2,500.
And he went hard at the judges. It was exciting to kind of see a young man's dream coming true. I've gotten to know D'Angelo over the last year, and I've seen such progression in him.
We need to pay it forward. We need to be involved in the inner city. We
need them to have the right skills. We want them to be thinking about creating sustainable jobs and companies in our country. And quite frankly, it means a lot to our community if we can help start these homegrown companies.
Because our teachers and the adults in this room believe in us. And belief like that can change the world.
When I look into this audience, I see a bunch of eagles. Y'all like that, right? Because what does an eagle do? It spreads its wings. It rolls its head back. It goes to the highest mountain it can see, and it soars. When I look at each one of you, I look at you like the little eagle hatchlet who's about to be dropped out the nest. And when you get dropped out the nest, you gotta open your wings. And here's what I'm gonna challenge you to do. You gotta take the information that you were given today, and you gotta flap them little wings. You gotta build them up. And I promise you something. I promise you that if you believe in you, you will not hit the ground. I promise you, before you get to the concrete, you will learn to fly. And you will soar. I can't tell you about college. Y'all know how, if you sat in my class, you know how I feel about education. I do not knock education. I believe in lifelong learning. I believe that you should read what they don't tell you to read. Read the stuff they tell you to read, but then just have some questions. Here's a good question. I want everybody to read this book. This book is called Think and Grow Rich. Show of hands. How many people in the room would like to think and grow rich? Then you might want to read the book, Think and Grow Rich. It's one thing for you to want it. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have obstacles. You're going to have haters. You're going to have people that doubt you. Listen, if nobody else told you, I believe in you. From the depth of my being, if you sat in my class, show of hands, how many of y'all believe that I believe in you? So if nobody ever told you, y'all owe me, you owe me success stories. Everybody, all y'all that took my email, you owe me an email 6 months from now. Mr. K, here's where I was, here's where I'm at now. You owe me an email a year from now. Here's where I am. Matter of fact, I challenge a group to write down what you will have accomplished by this time next year. And I dare you to get it done. So, you got to do it. That's the only way you can do it, is to do it. Nike says, just do it. So why don't you just do it? See, you'll have to focus on it for a while. And then what will happen is after you focus on it for a while, then you'll begin to do it subconsciously. It'll become second nature to you. And in that process, you've got to get the A, the F. The F is for faith. The F is for believe. You have to, they're the same thing. You've got to believe that you can do it. Because you're going to have some moments when it's going to feel hard. You're going to have some moments when you're going to want to give up. Guess what? Everybody did. I did. You've got the game plan. You've talked to some people. They've given you some information. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to inform you. See, if I only came and motivated you, here's the question. What do you get if you motivate an idiot? You get a motivated idiot, right? That's so good. I came to teach you that you can do it. If you look at me, I'm a screw up. If I can do it, you can do it. If you look around these rooms and you look into all of the adults, they all believe in you. They all sacrificed something to come here to pour into you. They all had other things that they could do, but they invested in you. And when I close,
the thing that I want you to do, the thing that I want to do, is I want to thank every single one of you. Because there's a lot of other things that you could have done on a Saturday. You could have spent your Saturday a whole bunch of ways, but you decided to invest that time in you. Ever let anybody try to convince you that you are a cheat? Don't let them tell you that you got a pet. Don't let them tell you that you have to settle. You remember that you're an eagle. Spread your wings and fly.
Maybe like, hey, let me come to your garden.
Purpose behind you? Really? Really? As pretty as you are, huh? You better right up to your level, huh?
So what's our big purpose? What's the big purpose of all of this? I know Ms. Rapp has been talking about it and the vision and why have we been doing all of this?
To make people feel welcome and more like upbeat and feel pretty.
Y'all are really going to beautify the block.
Yes.
I mean, you're bringing life over here.
How do you feel about it? How do you personally feel about it?
I
Really
feel
good.
yeah.
Really good doing it, huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever done gardening before?
Yeah.
No, so this kind of first time into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do folks
From
say
my
when they
grandma.
What do folks say when they drive by or walk by people in the community? It's getting there.
Yeah, it's getting there.
That's good.
And they know that the school is here because they look up and they see this and they look at the school. Well, I never knew this was here. And now they recognize it.
Okay, that's great.
Good stuff. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome.
Ms. Rapp, anything to add?
Well, I like to think of this area as really an opportunity to show the community that since we are a dropout prevention school, that we're kind of showing ourselves as a example for students to drop into education. Especially in our area, I know a lot of students who have had a negative experience with an academic environment, and when we have something that's so lively, that students are so involved in, that people really look at us and say, something's going on there, and I want to be a part of it. So it's like if we put on for the community will give and be a part of us as well. So that's my thought on that.
Bishop, as a community leader, when you find out that something like this is going on, how does it make you feel inside to see what the youth are doing?
Very, very exciting. As we know in our communities, opportunities is the big thing. If a person is given an opportunity, usually they'll rise to it. But doors are closed. So every time people who are dedicated and committed opening doors, I get excited. And I start thinking about all of the kids that just need this. So my mind's racing, as others are, in terms of finding those kids and directing them to the open door. And as here, life-changing experiences. You start doing things you couldn't do before, that all of a sudden you realize, I can do this, and I like it. And you find out that maybe there's something inside of me that really likes this stuff. And you start just working in that area, and other ideas, inventions, creative thrust and achievements start moving, and I think that's how the world turns. And so this is exciting that you all are doing this, and I'm going to be thinking about ways that I could join you all in making this happen for other young people who are right at that borderline, and that need that help.
I like our kids doing what they need to do to help themselves, but at the same time keep reminding them that they need to lift as they climb as well.
Yeah.
So as they're working on themselves, also investing in our school and our community, and they take that with them after they leave.
And Captain Kill, I mean, you are law enforcement. You get to see when projects like this go bad. You really get to feel the effect of the lack of these type of effective resources, the lack of this type of community involvement, the lack of this type of leadership amongst our educational institutions in urban communities. So having had the time that you've put into the trenches of Wilmington, the trenches of where our kids are, how do you feel watching our young people, the young people of Wilmington, committed to this level of personal development proactively?
Well, I think it's a validation because it's coming from the children. It's coming from the young youth. When they validate it, it's easy. See, a lot of times we as adults, law enforcement, we try to validate their programs for them. It's just like say no to drugs. Well, the program was admirable. The idea was great. But the situation where they're at was validated because the kids couldn't just say no because there were other things, issues that they had to deal with before they could even get to the point of saying no. So enforcement itself, I think that has happened over the time when people get frustrated. See, because it takes time and commitment to take that extra step. Because the rest is easy. There's not a law on the street that someone hasn't breaking or have broken that I could take it for. Now, take the bishops. He could either counsel, reprimand, or give that spiritual insight. He can look at, and try to lift and grow, like she's planting a flower. That flower is not going to just last for us today. It's going to, go on forever. Well, not ever in a sense, but more than one generation. And that's what you want to do. For me, it's a great thing. Because now, in the area, because you get labeled, you get the stereotype, you get the look. Oh, that's that. Oh, it's that. We have to break those barriers. It's because of interaction. Now they see me. Because when they see me in uniform, they might see a certain mentality and vice versa. But once we get to know the individual. So for me, it's great. I mean, that's the whole thing of interaction.
Captain saying something very important because some things got to happen before we get to the ultimate. We like to jump to the ultimate, but before you can say no to drugs, you got to see opportunities. You got to be able to shut doors on some stuff that's facing you right in your life, and the way you shut doors, know that there's some open doors. And so by what you're doing, you're meeting folks at that bottom floor, and usually that's where the young people are. That's why they validate. They validate that stuff that's down there that they can immediately attest to and cling to. So that, I think, is a big thing. So as we just do that first floor, second floor kind of work, when the big stuff comes, we'll be ready for it. And we'll be able to say no.
Everyone here is validating. You are advocating for them. It's not popular to advocate for kids, especially now. The first thing everybody say, oh, those kids is crazy. They off the chain. They cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, whatever you want to say. Why you wasting your time. So if I'm a young person, and every time I walk out the house and I'm walking down the street, that's all I hear, so why should I care?
Live up to that expectation.
Why should I care?
Yeah.
I mean, even sometimes over a while, someone says, hey, you look nice today. Instead of you, blank, blank, blankety, blank, blank, all negative. After a while, what does it matter? And see, that's where it has to come in. It doesn't cost anything to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the law of reciprocity. You give and you receive. We have to start giving them an opportunity, like you said, opening up these doors and letting them feel comfortable with being themselves. That they can do more than just that and not be labeled.
Yeah.
But again, they have to have some. I enjoy when I see adults and young people advocate for themselves, but truly, when they feel as though they validate themselves and you support them. And you're not always going to break.
What is so phenomenal, not only about you two pillars of the community standing together at the alternative school on a Monday morning without more than 48 hours notice, right? That when we look at the youth, like, I want you to realize something. It's very difficult, I don't know if you've seen it, but very difficult to see them two together during their time off. And when you wonder what concern, what issue was important enough for them, because one of them represents the Christian community, the other one represents the Islamic community. You typically wouldn't see them together. But both of their interests are represented in this community because you're in this community. And what
one thing could be important enough for them to come together? You. The belief in you. For you to believe in yourself. They believe that you can get done whatever it is that you want to get done if you believe that you can get it done. And they came together just to demonstrate their belief in you. And you have to shout out your phenomenal principal. I mean, you got to realize that even though she's doing the things that she's doing in Wilmington, she's already got a track record for doing astronomical things at one of the greatest high schools in the world, because I just think it was named after a really great guy and it's in a really great community. But she's been at King High School. This isn't the first time that she's established relationships with the community. And those relationships that she established, she's got one of the largest influential community leaders coaching the wrestling team in that city, in that high school. And that was a relationship you established how many years ago?
11.
So people care, and we care about you, and we're focused on you, and we want you to know that this summer, all we care about is your success. So focus on your success. Remember, you don't have to draw it. You can connect the dots. It's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat, and understand that your principal and your community is behind you, right? We love you, and we look forward to you seeing great things. We know that you're not the achievers and the leaders of tomorrow. We know that you are the achievers and leaders of today. And what the people here are committed to doing is not waiting for tomorrow. We want to connect with you today and assist you in your journey from the young adult today to the achievers and leaders tomorrow. Because guess what? We're all getting old. And we know that you're going to run the deal. And when you start running the deal, we want you to remember that we cared about you in high school and that we're here for you. We love you. And I think there's only one person who could close this out and could give you the last word that she wants you to know. Because this is the beginning of the summer. You're going to have a summer. And then she's going to be here in September, caring about you, driving you to accomplish and achieve your greatness. So, Principal, what do you say to the youth of Wilmington from the heart? What message do you give them to close out the school year?
Well, we've been here. We're here together. We're always going to be here for you. We need you to be here with us. We have programs this entire summer. We have a great camp and a great opportunity for you to be leaders and entrepreneurs and to continue to lift as we climb, to continue to do what we need to do to make yourself all that we know you can be and fulfill all of your potential. Most importantly, we need you to know that we care about you. We need you to know that you will be all that you can be, and that at Sarah Pyle, we know that you will and that you can, and we'll see you in September.
That's it.
We don't know what a kid goes home to daily.
There is so much that they're exposed to now that we weren't 15, 20 years ago.
You see bullying taking place all over the place and you can't get away from it.
There's so much pressure on kids nowadays.
It's really hard being a high schooler.
It's really hard just to not let other people, what they say affect you.
I have friends that cry all the time because somebody said something on Facebook or something like that.
It was all kinds of different cliques. You can't really expect to fit in with everybody else.
Last year we were faced with a lot of different adversity, a lot of different things that our kids had to go through.
And I remember thinking, you got one shot to get it right.
We as a community needed to address some of the things that were going on with our kiddos.
Success Foundation stepped in and helped and said, we can help you.
All kids are reachable. You just got to find that in.
I read the book Success for Teens over the summer, and I was really uplifted by that.
Success for Teens gives us things we can use to help our kids deal with certain things that's going on in their life these days.
The Success for Teen books is really about a group of people, not only boys and girls, talking about their mistakes in life and how we should learn from their mistakes and be successful as a teen.
It's kind of like a survival guide, basically. I thought it'd be pretty boring, I guess, at first, but it's a pretty good book.
Well, I've believed it was gonna be one of those really cliche things. It's not like that. It's just saying you shouldn't let people put you down for being all you can be, doing what you like to do.
I think it would help some kids a lot if they really tried and listened a little bit.
Hopefully people will take it seriously, because I really think it could help a lot of people.
You know, whenever we talked about it to the teachers, it wasn't until we gave each of them a copy and said, read the book. That's when they understood, wow, this is a good book. It's easy, it's simple, it's straightforward.
Any tools that we have that can empower our students, I think we have to go for it.
The kids themselves are showing us that even though we had the sayings in the hall and we were doing all those things already, and it just wasn't enough.
The hope is that kids hear, listen, and understand the message that anything is possible. There is no failure that is too big to overcome, because we can stand on a stage or we can stand in front of a classroom all day long and articulate those messages to our kids. But if they see it in a book and it's something they can take with them, it's something tangible to hang on to, they can look at night or in the evenings or with their parents, that was huge.
I don't always think math and English and science and social studies are the first things that we have to take care of. We got to take care of that kid first. If they're okay, then they can learn that stuff. But taking care of the kid's number one.
I just want students to realize their true potential. I want them to be motivated by some of the stories that they're seeing in those books and other teens sharing their experiences. And I want them to just go beyond what they think is their potential.
A lot of the stuff makes a lot of sense.
The title explains success for teens, and I need that help because sometimes I don't always feel like I can talk to an adult, even though I should. And I definitely think the parents should start reading it too, because then they won't be afraid to ask questions to their teens.
It's a really easy read. It's not overwhelming, and the lessons are easy to understand, and we're having fun with it.
I really like the book. I think it's really cool. It's telling you how you're gonna have problems in life, but there's no reason for you to let your dreams go or anything.
They've embraced it as a celebration of life, a celebration of a new attitude, a celebration of coming together, and that we're all a family. And we have run with that theme because the kids are the ones that decided which direction to take this.
I think the incidence since we've started Success for Teens has been down as far as the negative things, and we've seen a lot more positive things out of our kids.
I've had kids come to me and talk to me about certain instances where they have used some of the knowledge that they've gained from the books, and I just see a change in them.
It's given me a few pointers, I ain't gonna deny that. I mean, it helps me know that I need to maintain a healthy lifestyle, I guess, on my schoolwork and also home life. I want to maintain like a stable, balanced relationship with my parents.
Patrick is one of the primary examples of the success of this program. When I talked to him at the beginning of the year, he had a tremendous amount of problems. He was unmotivated. He really didn't care too much about anything that was going on as far as educational-wise or even socially. Now you can see it on his face. He's really taking this project to heart, and it's tremendous to see the change that this project has had in his life so quickly.
Success for Teens book has given me tips on how to be successful. Taking little steps towards what I want will make a huge difference. I've been working on my grades a lot and been trying to get them back up to where they need to be.
You know, that's a reason that I'm so happy that we are part of this project, simply because if we can change 1 or 2 kids' lives like that, it's so worth it.
It's just little lessons in really self-esteem, if nothing else, that I just want them to remember.
There was one chapter that talked about someday never comes. It means that if you say someday I'm gonna be rich and I'm gonna have everything in the world and you just sit around and do nothing, then you're not gonna get anywhere. But if you take a step and do something, then you'll get there.
I used to cuss a lot at my house, and I stopped doing that because I knew it was bad.
The little lessons in the book, like attitude is everything, has helped me with dealing with everything that's going on in my life, and I feel like a weight has been taken off my shoulders.
There's this line that I remember about it where it says, that there's no such thing as failure. In order for you to have success, you've got to fail, and I think it's true. I never thought about it that way before.
I've seen a real transformation in some of our students. Daisy's a perfect example. Daisy started off in the year, she had a really tough exterior, was mean-spirited towards certain people, talked back to her teachers. So she was kind of a frequent flyer in my office.
I had really bad behavior issues. Like, I would literally be in Miss Franklin's office every day.
I saw her softening throughout the year, and she thinks about what she's gonna say before she talks to people. She's self-reflective, she's polite, she doesn't talk back to people. And so I really saw a real transformation in Daisy.
Well, it made me think of things differently, like big time. To the people that think that this book is cheesy and all that, it's not that. I think they should really read the book. It would really change their lives. If it changed mine, I'm pretty sure it would change theirs too.
You can change, that one student's life. You can change multiple kids' lives by giving them information that they may not have received. This may be the thing they go home and think about in that dark room when they're by themselves, and it could change, which way they want to take their life.
It's an organized structure that the kids see at the first of every week, and it reminds them of these lessons in life. It reminds them how to handle situations. It reminds them how to treat other people. It reminds them themselves how to react.
It gives us a device or a vehicle to start to instill some of that character and some of those thoughts that we want to get into our kids. And in this particular program, actually, it puts it at our fingertips. It makes it quick. We can get it to them. We can go on about all the things that the state requires us to do, and still do some character education and work with kids and get them pointed in the right direction.
It's obviously been an incredible experience for our students, but not only our students, but our staff. It's even moved beyond into the community with parents. I have parents coming back saying, hey, do you have an extra copy? Or this has been fantastic to talk about at home, or thank you for showing me how to start this conversation.
I think the Success for Teens book is something everyone should read.
You really have to read it too. You can't just skim it. It's a good book, and once you start reading it, it's a little hard to stop.
It was a learning experience. It made you look in someone else's point of view.
I think it was definitely worthwhile. We're seeing fewer write-ups, referrals. Kids are making better grades, less bullying, less fighting on our campus. So it definitely had the impact that we were hoping for. And this is only the first year.
This program is great. I think we should have something like this in every school, because these things are what real education is about. I didn't get to go through a program like this when I was in high school. And luckily I made some right decisions, but it could have easily went the other way.
Everybody, they kind of put the brakes on when you start talking about taking up class time. And once they've started working on it a little bit and see what it is and how the kids are responding to it, they see that the time spent is well worth it.
This has just been emotional and profound. It's a part of our value system now in Lake Dallas ISD. Success for Teens is something that I will personally support and endorse for the rest of my life. If there's an organization at all wondering, how do I help a community? Or how do I help kids? This is it.
Forever.